Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dizastr News. I'm your host, Papadizastr. Today is Hump Day, January 19th, 2022. Let's jump right in. So, last night, M-Class, C-Class flares took off. Not Earth-facing, but we're going to have some impact. Will affect the weather. So here at Dizastr News, it's for all of us. It's not just about disasters and cataclysmic things. It's about, we're all walking, talking disasters, riding this big blue ball, trying to get along with each other. And we have things, we have factions, if you will, that are convincing you to hate someone else or to ignore information or to think exactly like they do and hate those that do not think like you do. Instead of thinking, this guy doesn't think like me, but there's some good stuff there. This guy doesn't think like me, but he's got some good, interesting things. And then we share that with each other. And lo and behold, the next thing you know, you just stop hating each other. But it's your choice. It's your choice to ignore. It's your choice to hate. It's your choice to think. It's your choice, more importantly, to think outside the box. And if you keep coming back here, I will keep encouraging all of us to think outside the box. For us, this is about an epileptic couple, and how we make it through to improve our daily quality of life. And to get to that, what we notice with this KP rise, and if you haven't, check out Suspicious Observers. I'm just going to throw it right now. Suspicious Observers, they have a Christmas video that's a climate change or a climate video, and it's an hour and 33 minutes long. And you can go check it out and form your own opinion. That's important. You've got to take in as much things as you can. Your brain's inside there in the dark. You close your eyes, you shut your ears, you close your nose, close your mouth. Your brain is lost. It's lost. It has all of these things as feelers, giving it information, constantly bombarding it with information that you don't even realize it's looking for. Same thing. Your brain's in the dark. You're in the dark unless you get more information. Go to Suspicious Observers and watch the video. I'll have a link down below. While you're there, like and subscribe. This is someone that's put the effort in, put the time in, and he's taking his licks, and he gets back up, and he keeps going. He keeps going. And he's a good dude, man. I don't know that much about him. I mean, I watch his videos every morning. You don't want to meet your heroes, is what I've heard. You don't want to meet if you enjoy a band, you don't want to meet them because it ruins the perception you have of them. This is a guy that I feel like that wouldn't take place. That wouldn't happen. But on that note, for us with the epilepsy, this is what we've noticed today. The KP shot up. For myself, I get energized. Hard for me to fall asleep at night if it's at night. During the day, super amped. For Jew, it's the opposite. Going into when it first happened, it was tiring. She was tired. It did something. The energy that got here first, I don't know. For 100%, I'm not 100% on this, but I know that there's energy faster than light. And it got here way before that alert came in. But then when the alert come in, that's when we made that connection. So now what we pay attention to is the wind speed. We pay attention to the electrons, whether it crosses the threshold. A couple things right there. The wind speed rises, we pay attention. The BTBZ separates, we pay attention. The electron crosses the threshold, we pay attention. When all of those things are happening, we pay attention. My biggest concern, though, are the corona holes up to this point because we haven't had too many sunspot cycles. Think of the sunspots. I'm going to layman it. Jumper cables. It's kind of that energy that comes off. Well, there it's getting to build up, and that can be felt. It's coming. This emerald spiral, it's a thing. This stuff is coming at us all the time and passing through us, and it affects the human body and in ways that are not taught to us. And I think, for one thing, the ancients knew way more than we did about this, and that is the lack of information that anyone gives us. So once you see these things, and once you hear these things, and your brain gets that information in there, it's your choice to figure out who's telling you the truth and who your real enemies really are. That's about the gist of it. If we don't figure out from the disasters in the past what the disasters in the future will be, then why are we here? To keep giving these guys money that keep telling us to ignore, hate, think, just keep giving us your cash. Yeah. Largest military on the planet. Who's going to fight them? Well, jeepers. So if this thing goes out because of one of these solar events, The last bit of information you get, what do you think it'll be? Peace, love? No. Whatever they've gotten out of your information, that's what you're going to get. You hate something, that's what you're going to be. Aliens, earthquakes, Russia's attacking, China's attacking, but it'll be our National Guard, our money that we paid into them to deal with this. And these things will go down, and you won't be able to contact each other, other than in your isolated area. And then it's just whatever they feed that area, whatever they feed that isolated area. Again, not fear porn, not cataclysm porn, not whatever you want to call it. I'm not trying to do that. I guess there was an asteroid or something that passed by yesterday too. Boy, they're just coming out and making everybody just getting that confusion in there. I want to touch on that. In basic, real fast. We were there. They isolated us from everything: news, radio, people, family, friends. They isolated all of it. Please excuse the passing train. It's about to get loud. But they ignore all of it. Every bit. They don't ignore. They lock you in. They keep you isolated. They break everything down. And then right about the point, they give you a little bit of they give you a weapon, but right before that, they start the process to disorientate you. They, on a Sunday morning, you're supposed to be relaxing, but they tell you toe the line. They tell you white sock, left foot, right sock, black foot, or right foot, black sock, sorry. BDU top, dress bottoms, toe that line again. Whoever doesn't get it right, you're out. Why is everybody frantically trying to do this and convinced that we're having a good time? Because that's something that is an imprint. It'll imprint better. They know this. It'll imprint better. So you're fighting for a phone call, a 30-second phone call. And you're not really fighting. You're just competing against each other, doing something that doesn't make sense. Planetary lockdown, planetary vaccination, mass confusion. Looking at this cycle, solar cycles, you can go back. We had a chucklehead in charge during 9/11. We have a chucklehead in charge during COVID. We have a chucklehead in charge during this next thing when they re-elect Trump. And you think voting's wrong. They needed this confusion in between. Nobody knows what the hell's going on. Nobody. They keep telling you things that make you confused, make you fight with your fellow man next to you while they sit and laugh at all of you. All of us. They laugh at all of us. It's just the way it is, It doesn't make much sense it doesn't make much sense why we're fighting with each other and listening to the people that take our money, build up a military, and tell us to fight with each other. Because what'll happen is that thing will shut down. They'll tell you whatever they need to tell you in whatever area you're living in. And in the meantime, you don't think that your fellow soldiers, which it is, that I'm not knocking anything, but I know how I am. And if I signed up for something to defend something, and which I did, but in turn, living on base, they come by and they tell me, hey, you got to go clear this village. You got to go do this. You got to go do that. And if you don't, you know how crazy it is out there. Everything's down. Everything's down. There's no power. There's no juice. But here, you're safe inside our walls. You're safe inside our walls, and we're trying to defend democracy. Now, whoever side they're on at that time, we won't know because we don't have any communication. So they tell them, you want food, water, and medical care for your family while you're gone. Better do your job. Who do you think who do you think is going to do that job? They'll do it. And then you're going to fight the strongest military on the planet that you willingly gave all your money to without question. Let them build it up. And then you don't think they're going to use it on you? All right. Good luck. Wish you the best. So, on that note, need to get out of here today. On that note, wrapping this up quick. If you have epilepsy, pay attention today. There are some signs that in the KP index, in the wind speed, and the electrons that are passing right now, it has increased. And that is when you need to pay attention. It doesn't mean that it'll affect you. It just means pay attention and see if it does. We're all trying to figure this stuff out together. And, I want to touch on something, last thing, and then I'll get out of here. Everybody needs to learn. I mean, we all need to learn and stop being so damn angry at each other. It's not getting us anywhere. And if, even down to the shows you watch at night, if you're watching deceitful, lying little, and then your next day, you're thinking your spouse is cheating on your kids, lying to you. Well, wonder why. Because you've been programmed. No different than the news cycle you watch. you sit there, you get that pounded into your head, and then you go out and you fight with everybody that you run into. And instead of just sharing ideas, thoughts, and theories, which, I figure that'd be a better way. Speaking of sharing thoughts and theories, if I'm not being clear, or you feel like, man, this guy's really an amateur and doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, but it sounds like he doesn't know what he's talking about, but I wish he was clearer. Check this out. You can go over to Suspicious Observers, and you can check out the Christmas video, hour 33. It's about the climate change and what's coming and what we do know. I mean, these are things released from our government. The documents, the things that are in there, it's stuff from our government. And, you just got to go watch. I promise. It won't hurt you. It will not hurt you to become a little more enlightened to what's actually happening out there in the world. And I don't care what Google says when you search Suspicious Observers or Ben Davison or anything along the lines of what that man is trying to do. He is a stand-up guy. Don't know him personally, never talked to him, don't know anything like that. I've watched his videos every day, and that's about it. I got to be honest, that's about it. The app and the watching his videos every morning has helped keep me, like, the world's ending, from doing that. And that's I have more respect for him than what you can imagine. So Suspicious Observers and the Christmas video, hour 33, and you'll probably, some of you will change your mind. I'll say on that, head over to Suspicious Observers, check out the Christmas video, hour 33 long. I'll have a link at the bottom. That Ben Davison dude, gotta say, go check it out. You might learn something. All right. Think that's about it, man. So, real quick, today's episode was brought to you by Lion's Mane. Lion's Mane. After a roaring good time, and you can't remember her name, you might want to try some Lion's Mane. That's it. Tip your waitress. Peace, everybody. Have a good day. Safe travels. Do I have to say all three? I don't know.